Girl, you all need to hear this because things are getting messy fast. Word is spreading that David's mom might soon speak publicly about the case. And if the rumors are right, she actually thinks her son is guilty. But here's the confusing part. Even though she supposedly believes he did it, she's also trying to defend him and explain why he might have acted the way he's accused. That's a twist nobody expected. The big question is, why speak up before the police even arrest David? Does she know something the public doesn't? Or is this part of a plan to protect his reputation before things get worse? Honestly, that's what it's starting to look like. Each day, the situation around David seems stranger. From the moment the story broke, it's been one shocking update after another. Now, with his mom stepping in and preparing to make a statement, it feels next level unusual. David hasn't been arrested, and the police haven't named him a suspect or person of interest publicly. So why now? Why would she think this is the right moment to start talking? People online say it looks like a desperate attempt to control the damage. There's been no official statement from David or his team, but fans are convinced his mom is doing what moms often do, trying to protect her child no matter what. They expect she'll share details about his past, maybe explaining what he went through growing up to show why he became who he is. You know how, after someone does something terrible, those close to them say things like, he was bullied, or he had a tough childhood? That's exactly what everyone thinks is coming next. So now people are asking, what in David's past could explain what he might have done to Celeste? From what's known, his childhood wasn't easy. He was homeschooled most of his life, supposedly because he was being bullied at school. That bullying hit him hard, so his parents thought homeschooling would protect him, but it may have isolated him even more. He spent much of his childhood alone, away from peers, and once admitted he lived through people he watched online. He said he observed others' lives on social media, because he didn't really have one of his own. Things got harder after his family moved from Queens to Houston when he finished 8th grade. The move cut him off from the few friends he had. After that, he mostly stayed in his room playing video games, which became his world, his escape from reality. But spending so much time alone can seriously affect social skills. Most teens figure out who they are during adolescence, but David didn't have that chance. He didn't socialize, make friends, or learn how to handle real-world emotions. Some believe that's when his antisocial behavior started. Usually, antisocial means someone doesn't talk much, but in psychology, it can be deeper. A personality that lacks empathy or guilt. That's why online discussions suggest David might have developed sociopathic traits. And based on some things he said, it's not hard to see why people think that. In one interview, David talked about how he always tried to escape reality as a kid. He said, "I never wanted to read books or do anything productive. My mom hated it because she thought video games would rot my brain. But that's actually how I fell in love with stories and characters." He explained that he learned about emotions and life through games rather than real people. He also mentioned that after leaving public school, no one stayed in touch, so he had to become his own friend. That kind of isolation can really shape a person's view of life. What really caught attention was something else he said in the same interview. He admitted games shaped his personality. He said, "I'd watch the characters in the games I played and think they were cool, so I'd start acting like them. I was like a personality sponge." This shows he didn't have a real identity. He copied traits from characters in games, movies, and shows. Many say this is another sign of emotional detachment, like he didn't fully know himself. Put together, it paints a picture of someone disconnected from reality. Fans who rewatched his old interviews now say they can't believe they missed the warnings. Some feel chills because it seems he was hinting at who he really was without anyone noticing. In a March interview with Mahogany about his song Romantic Homicide, he said it was inspired by a character he created named Itami, meaning pain in Japanese. He described Itami as an agent of chaos, a dark force causing destruction wherever he goes. Here's the chilling part. Itami wasn't just a stage persona. David said he was writing an anime story where a detective faces his own dark alter ego, the killer he's chasing. The detective must solve murders committed by his darker self. Fans now can't help but see a creepy connection between that story and real life. It feels like his music and art were hinting at his mindset long before anyone noticed. Now people wonder if David's mom will touch on all this. His loneliness, obsession with dark characters, and childhood pain. Maybe she'll use his past to explain or soften what he's accused of. But her timing feels odd. The police haven't acted, and there's no official update. Yet she's preparing to speak. It makes people question whether this is an emotional move from a mother or a calculated effort to control the story before it gets worse. Either way, things are tense, and fans are watching closely. The internet never forgets, and with old clips and interviews being revisited, more people are starting to wonder just how much of David's darkness was visible all along.
As a detective, I'd be like solving murders.
Back then, most people thought David's talk about Itami was just a creative metaphor, a way for him to explore dark stories and complex characters through his art. It seemed normal for musicians and writers to turn pain into expression. Nobody really believed it revealed anything real about him. But everything shifted after news broke about the homicide investigation and Celeste's body being found in David's black Tesla. Suddenly, All his lyrics, interviews, and cryptic references to Atami sounded less like fiction and more like a hidden confession. Fans went back to rewatch old interviews, analyzing his words carefully. Lines that once seemed harmless now felt disturbing. People began asking if Atami, the dark character David claimed to invent, was actually a glimpse of his own secret self, the part he never showed to the public. Maybe Atami wasn't just a fictional figure, but a window into the chaos and guilt he carried inside. As online sleuths dug deeper, the link between David and his supposed alter ego became more unsettling. What looked like imaginative storytelling now felt like a warning that no one noticed until it was too late. That uneasy feeling peaked the day the Tesla was found. When workers at a Los Angeles towing yard smelled something strong coming from the impounded car, nobody expected what was inside. Celeste's body was discovered. And in that moment, what had started as social media chatter became a chilling, real-life investigation. The line between David's imagination and reality wasn't just blurred anymore, it was completely shattered.
Were called to the tow yard over a foul odor coming from the Tesla, which had been sitting in the lot for several.
When detectives opened the front trunk of the black Tesla, they weren't prepared for what awaited them. Inside, wrapped tightly in layers of plastic, was a dismembered body. A sight so horrific that even experienced officers were shaken. Within days, the coroner confirmed the devastating truth. It was 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, missing since April 2024. What had once seemed like just another missing person case suddenly became a horrifying reality that gripped the entire internet. The confirmation sent shockwaves across social media, but what came next made the story even stranger. TMZ reported that Celeste had a small heart tattoo on her finger, the exact same one David had been photographed with just months earlier, in September. That unsettling link between the victim and the rising star sent everyone into a frenzy. People compared photos, zoomed in on details, and tried to understand what kind of relationship they had, and what might have gone so horribly wrong. Amid the chaos, Celeste's family finally spoke out. Her older sister reopened her old Instagram account and posted a heartbreaking message. Celeste was only 15 years old. She should still be here with us. She trusted someone who didn't protect her, and now she's gone. Within hours, the post went viral. Over 1 million views in less than a day. The comments were filled with heartbreak, anger, and disbelief. The hashtag #JusticeForCeleste started trending again, spreading across every platform as people demanded answers and accountability. Celeste's mother then stepped forward, revealing that she had long suspected her daughter's boyfriend might be someone named David, though she had no proof. Seeing the tattoo on David's finger turned her suspicion into heartbreaking confirmation. Not only had she lost her daughter, but she realized the warning signs had been there all along. The family struggled to understand how something so tragic could have happened right under their eyes. As more details emerged, the case grew darker. This wasn't Celeste's first disappearance. Police confirmed she had gone missing earlier that year, in January, but was found a month later in the Hollywood Hills, just blocks from David's home. A teacher later revealed that Celeste had mentioned talking to someone online who seemed much older. That person turned out to be David. When she vanished again in April, no one imagined it would end this way. What had seemed like the behavior of a troubled teen now looked like the result of manipulation and obsession. Then came a discovery that made everyone's blood run cold. Fans revisited David's old songs and noticed lyrics that seemed to reference Celeste by name, not only in Romantic Homicide, but also in several unreleased songs that had leaked online. In one 2023 track, he sang, "Oh Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed." After everything that happened, those words sent chills through listeners. The tone, emotional, dark, obsessive, now felt like a haunting confession hidden in plain sight. Another leaked verse added to the unease, "Afraid you'll only love me when undressed. But you look so damn gorgeous in that dress. Missing you so much makes me depressed." Fans had once thought it was just poetic writing. In hindsight, the lyrics felt personal, maybe even literal. The song seemed to mirror Celeste's life, from her first disappearance to the day she was last seen. These unsettling connections have fueled speculation that David's mother is trying to get ahead of the story by speaking publicly. People believe she hopes to soften public opinion, making investigators see her son as a troubled young man rather than a monster. It feels calculated, a way to present his disturbing past as an explanation, not an excuse. Now the case is everywhere. News outlets, fan forums, podcasts. Everyone is trying to piece together what really happened. What started as a mystery around a rising musician and his dark lyrics has turned into a full-blown criminal investigation, shaking fans and the public alike. While people wait for the next update from authorities, one question keeps echoing online. How many clues were right in front of us all along, and why didn't anyone see them until it was too late?